who we're going to be voting for, because the thing is, it turns out a lot of the time people don't actually know who their elected officials are. I'm just going to switch it to this. No, not that. Sorry, this. Yeah, a lot of the time, people don't know who their elected officials are. They don't know who's running for their local council, so it's a surprise to them as soon as they get the sheet, and they're like, oh, well, there's this person. He sounds okay. You know. And for those who are aware, oftentimes they have to deal with independents. Alright, independents. Now, independents, they'll always have the same claim. They'll always be like, oh, we're not corrupt because we don't have the baggage that these big parties do. It's just simply not the case. In fact, 9 times out of 10, I think it's independents that are more corrupt, and that's what we're going to go through today. There's just one thing I wanted to do first. What was it I was going to look at? Oh, shit. Anyway, yeah, oh well. We'll get to it in a bit. Hello to my viewers. We're gonna go through some different videos. We're gonna see what's going on. Alright, it's gonna be fun. So, first video that I think we're all gonna love. He's got a very thick accent, so if anyone needs translating, I'll put the subtitles in. I'll put subtitles in. It's a very thick accent. You'll notice it straight away. Here it is. You've got the man himself, representative in the police of Essex. Not a very nice person, I'll admit. You'll see. Loving Silly. Hi, hello Silly. Welcome to the stream. Hello. How's it going? Alright. We're just gonna watch this, okay? And we're gonna poke holes in his little theory here. This is an independent who says that it's the mainstream parties who are corrupt. So this guy's running completely alone. And he's like, oh, they're all corrupt. Oh, they've got corruption. Let's see how corrupt he is. Alright, let's have a listen. Ironically enough, it's a right-winger, you know, the people that believe in private industry harassing a company. Which we love to see.
Good afternoon, Pizza Hut Sunrise. Mark speaking. How can I help?
Hello, Mark. Is that Pizza Hut in Colchester?
Yep.
Yeah. How are you, fella?
Is that sorry?
That's what I mean when I said very thick accent. You can tell. You can tell. He sounds.
It's a customer.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. So you're open then, mate?
We are open. Yep. We do have a restricted menu and restricted seatings, so things are a little bit different. But we are open for dine-in.
Yeah, calling up Pizza Hut, talking about the COVID restrictions, you know, saying, oh, so you're open during COVID, cool, I can get a pizza from you during COVID, cool, that's what we like to hear.
Great,
Businesses.
mate, great. Are you accepting cash?
This is what it's about, okay, he's talking about cash. This is what his whole issue is, and you'll see in a moment.
We're not. No, it's all.
Look at his face.
Done on phone and paid on by card by that now.
Oh, so you won't accept cash, mate?
We can't accept cash, I'm afraid. No.
Well, you can. It's just you're not choosing to, innit?
You're not choosing to... What a grimy grin. Okay, so this man's like, so you're not accepting cash? Not acceptable, is it? Even though it's the business's choice. That's your whole deal. Their whole deal is letting the businesses choose what they want to do, letting them be in charge. And he's like, oh, yeah. You know, it's a bit silly. It's a bit silly.
We don't have any facilities at the moment. Head office has decided, so...
Could you let head office know that Pizza Hut have lost my custom for life because they're not...
Oh, no. They lost a customer. They lost a customer, guys. One single customer. They lost a customer. Now, the thing about it is, like, this is during COVID times. Okay, this was filmed during COVID. So he's, like, having an issue with them not wanting people to touch the same bits of money? I mean, surely that just makes sense. Going cashless during a pandemic because you don't want to have people touching the same money. You know, it's like COVID stays on services for what? It's 72 hours. I think it's 72 hours. So during a pandemic, a COVID pandemic, you don't want people touching the same surfaces. So why would you want people touching money? Because who washes money? Can you honestly say you wash money? I've never washed money, although I don't honestly carry money anymore. Does anyone here wash money? That might be why we're switching to cashless. Because of times like now. You think he'd be aware of that, but
Accepting cash.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
That's fine, mate. I'm sorry that I can't be your customer anymore, mate. But you know, going cashless is a very, very bad idea. Not just for your company, but for society in general. And
why? Why is that a bad idea? I don't see anything bad with going cashless. Does he explain it?
anyone that doesn't accept cash, I'm gonna boycott and never use again, mate.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
No worries, Mark. Mark, you've been really nice. I love you.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, look at his face. I don't see what the issue is with going cashless. I feel like that makes more sense, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Money was introduced 3,000 years ago in China, and now China is one of the biggest places to use, to one of the biggest cashless societies. So the people that came up with it have moved on. It's almost like, as time progresses, we find more efficient ways of doing things. Like, you know, cash was the whole value system back then. Because before, you know, in places like Scotland, your only value was in sheep and and cursing people out. Like, I'll give it a sheep and 3 punches in the face for a cow. You know, and now we've got this guy, like, not wanting to move to cashless. Which is strange that he says that, because, as this study says, going cashless. Hang on. Going cashless, there are 1.4 billion people in the world. To make do with less than $1.25 a day. At the same time, around 1.26 trillion is effectively stolen from developing country due to corruption, bribery, theft, and tax evasion. All of this could be solved by going cashless. Because third world countries, they don't have many cashless systems, so clearly they're going to be stolen from. Right? Right? Well, if they were all cashless, then these issues would go down drastically. But no, you can't go cashless because that'll make him harder to avoid tax. That's how, you know, politicians like Donald Trump have done it. So what's this? I don't have any value in my bank account. Don't look at my physical cash though. It's all in my bank account, and and not in cash whatsoever. I promise. That's how people get away with paying very little in tax, because they get under the table cash. You know, they get physical money, which isn't traceable. Whereas, you know, paperless money is traceable, funny enough. Which, yeah, leads to less crime, because, yeah, you're hardly going to be sending your drug dealer like £10 over PayPal, are you? That's just not how it works. And that's actually how Matt Gaetz, another corrupt politician, got caught, you know, paying girls for sex. Oftentimes underage girls, allegedly. I really am calling out corrupt politicians today. Hell yeah, we're sticking to the stream title. Yeah, I don't see what the issue is with going cashless, Chrissy. If you could, I don't know, give me any detail. Let's see here. I've refused to pay cash, accepted everywhere. I've explained the dangers of a cashless society. What are the dangers? What is the dangers of going cashless? First, you do not be a pawn or a slave to anyone ever. There are fates worse than death, concluding, have respected everyone's personal wish to space. There are fates worse than death, people. Ooh. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't want to use his phone to pay for things. Oh no, what a fate worse than death. Oh, ooh, I'd rather die than pay for things by card. Wow, okay. Love your sentiment, Chris, but it's a losing battle, mate. Not enough of us out here. All sheep led by clowns. I believe sheep are led by shepherds. That's kind of their whole deal. Sheep are led by shepherds. Also, are you not a sheep for following this cashless society ideology? Is it sheeping? Is it only sheeping when it's the people you disagree with? Are the sheeps? Because this sounds like a very familiar talking point. This sounds like exactly what Chrissy was saying, just more broad and generalized and less fact behind it, as if Chrissy had any facts, let's be honest. So, is he not sheeping off of the guy in the video? Suspicious. Good man, Chrissy, stand up for society like me, make a change, bro. These people, they've been programmed. They're not listening to the facts. They're listening to change. Change is scary. We don't like change. It's all gonna stay the same. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah. So, as I was saying, politicians, even if they're local, no one's heard of this guy. He's got what, 20,000 followers, 14,000 followers. It's got 3,000 views. Local politicians are very important. Okay. Yeah, no, we've seen the good. We've seen the good. Like, now let's talk about the bad. When I say independent parties don't work, this is what I mean when I say independent parties don't work. Far-right Essex councillor censored for posting anti-asylum seeker video. In November, he posted an anti-asylum seekers video in November. Okay? Keep that in your mind. You might have already seen it. The astute ones of you may have already seen it. What happened right after that? Right after that, in August, 3 months later, right after that, migrants housed in Essex hotel find themselves at mercy of local hostility. Why do you think that is? Can anyone tell me? Why they might face hostility? Why migrants might face hostility right after a far-right leader was outed for his anti-asylum seeker views? It's a surprise to me. I have no clue. Why these people might face hostility after a local elected leader was saying, oh, well, these people are bad. We don't like these people. Get them out of here. They haven't got British blood. Right? How is that? How are people allowed to be in power with these views? Let me break the news for you, people. I've got a secret to tell you. And this is a secret politicians don't want you to know. Well, most politicians don't want you to know. Immigration is good. Yeah, immigration is good. Alright? Immigration helps progress this country. Immigration helps save other countries on the decline. And you know what happens when we save other countries? They're allowed to get their shit together and economically reevaluate themselves and grow back up. They're like, I need a better start, I'm running from persecution. I'm running from this lawless society that you put us in. Can I come to your country and start anew? I have valuable skills. I know what I'm doing. I think I can contribute your country. And we're like, too bad. And we've got politicians who are scared of woke culture, who are trying to demonize these people for no reason. It's like Donald Trump used the term rapists. He used the term rapists. Is it what? The foreigners are rapists? Is that true? Oh, it must be true. It sounds like it's true. So he gets everyone thinking, well, these foreigners, can't really trust them. They're rapists, aren't they? That's what the guy said. That's what the guy on TV said. That's how radicalization works. It latches on to these intrusive thoughts on the back of your head, because everyone has these thoughts until they get deprogrammed. They have these thoughts in the back of their head, and you just need someone in the higher place of authority to say, oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, they're all rapists. You know, they're shit people. You shouldn't let them in. You know, they're taking our jobs. It's not true. But it sounds true, and that's all that matters. Honestly, Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I was in the middle of my anti-racism rant. Anyway, the jacket's coming off. I'm getting all flustered. This gets more shocking, by the way. I'm gonna scroll down. To those who are listening to this in a podcast format, with me just talking in the background whilst, I don't know, you're drawing or doing some kind of doing some kind of productivity sort type thing. This article by the Daily Mail reads, far-right councillor wants his town to become whites only as he launches his campaign. I wouldn't buy an energy drink from a man in Asda with that kind of rhetoric, let alone elect him as a fucking councillor. This is the corruption that we see in every single town, in every single county, in every single city around our country. And yet our government has the damn nerve to turn around and say, oh, well, there's no systemic racism. We don't have systemic racism in the UK. It's not a thing. We don't do racists. Do we do racism, people? Hello to all of the white old men around me. Do we have racism? No, we don't have racism. Oh, okay. Well, the white old men around me said it, so it must be true. Maybe you don't think there's racism because you don't see it, because you were born with a silver spoon up your ass. Silver spoon.